Everyone thinks Warren Buffett is playing defense right now. They're wrong. He's not defending, he's waiting for blood in the streets. And nearly $350 billion says he's about to be right.
Hey, listen up. It's Rich Uncle Bob, and today I'm about to tell you something they don't want you to know. If you're tired of being lied to about money, you're in the right place. Now look at this number. As of the first quarter of 2025, Berkshire Hathaway is sitting on almost $348 billion. Not in stocks, in cold, hard cash and T-bills. That's more money than the entire GDP of most countries. This isn't just a savings account, people. It's a war chest, and it's getting bigger every single day. So, this is the question that has all the talking heads on Wall Street sweating. Why? Why is the guy who famously said to be greedy when others are fearful apparently doing nothing? Is he scared? Or is this the most confident, predatory move of his entire career? Now, the public story, the one they feed to the news, is that Buffett is just hunting for elephants. He's looking for a massive company to buy. But the problem isn't the hunt, it's the price. And you don't even have to guess, he puts it right out there in black and white. To him, everything is just expensive. He looks at the market, at all the hype and froth, and he's not seeing bargains. He's seeing a bunch of overpriced companies that the herd is chasing off a cliff. And what's he looking for, exactly? It's simple, but it's genius. First, he wants a business that can raise its prices whenever it wants, and customers will just pay. That's real power. Second, he wants a business that doesn't need to pour every dollar it makes back into new equipment or factories just to stay alive. He wants a cash machine. And right now, businesses like that, they're not just rare, they're priced for perfection. And Buffett doesn't pay for perfection. He waits for panic.
But here's the real secret, the part they don't teach you in business school. The reason he can afford to wait forever is because of a structural advantage built into the DNA of his company. It's Berkshire's ultimate unfair advantage. It's called insurance float.
So what the hell is float? Okay, think about it. You pay your car insurance premium to Geico, right? They take your money, but they don't have to pay it out in claims right away. They get to hold on to it. That massive pool of money, all the premiums they've collected that are just sitting there, that's the float. And here's the kicker, they get to invest your money for their profit. It's the ultimate financial hack.
And the amount we're talking about is just insane. At the end of 2024, the float alone was $171 billion. Let that sink in. It's like having a giant loan that most of the time costs you absolutely nothing. In fact, if they run the insurance business well, they get paid to hold it. It's the engine that powers this entire empire.
And it all works together like a well-oiled machine. See, the insurance businesses create the float, but you've also got railroads, energy companies, you name it, all of them are gushing cash back to headquarters. It creates this unstoppable self-funding fortress that gives Buffett a luxury no one else has, permanent capital he can deploy whenever he damn well pleases.
Now this isn't some new trick. The guy's been running this play for decades, hoarding cash while everyone else is partying, then waiting for the crash. History shows us this is precisely when he makes his legendary killer deals. Just look at this. You see this chart of their cash? It's a slow, deliberate climb over 20 years. This isn't a reaction to last month's inflation report. This is the strategy. He builds the war chest in the good times so he can go on a shopping spree when everyone else is forced to sell their treasures for pennies on the dollar.
And you can't argue with the results. This is Berkshire versus the S&P 500, a total bloodbath. But here's the truth. That outperformance doesn't come from just picking stocks. It comes from having the guts and the cash to buy when there's maximum fear in the market. He buys when others are terrified.
Think about it. In 2000, when the dot-com kids got wiped out, Buffett was there, calmly buying solid, boring businesses for cheap. Then, 2008, the whole world is on fire. The financial system is collapsing, and who gets a call from the CEO of Goldman Sachs? Warren Buffett. He wrote them a check and got a sweetheart deal because he was the only one with cash. Now fast forward to today, the cash pile is bigger than ever, and he's just waiting for the next fire sale.
So what's the lesson here for you? It's that you need to stop thinking about cash as dead money. For the rich, cash isn't just a safety net, it's an offensive weapon. It's both a shield and a sword.
Look at the difference in mindset. On one side, you have Buffett, who thinks in decades. His discipline is legendary. On the other side, you have the average person who now holds a stock for just a few months. They aren't investing, they're gambling, and the house always wins.
This chart says it all.
Back in the day, people bought a piece of a company. They held it for 8 years on average. Now, it's less than a year. The market has been turned into a casino full of frantic, short-sighted traders, and Buffett just sits back and refuses to play their stupid game.
And that's where you get this quote. This is probably the most gangster quote in all of finance. Our favorite holding period is forever. He's not trying to flip stocks. He is buying a business, and his plan is to never sell it. That's how you disconnect from the noise and actually build wealth.
So let's put it all together. Cash is not trash, unless you're broke. For Buffett, it's a shield. It means he never, ever has to sell his best assets in a downturn. But it's also a sword. It gives him the firepower to be the buyer of last resort when the world is ending. It gives him freedom. It lets him, in his words, sleep well at night while everyone else is panicking. That's real power.
And there you have it. The smoke clears, the truth remains. If this helped you see through the BS, hit that like button. Subscribe to Rich Uncle Bob for truth about money. Comment and let me know what financial lie pisses you off the most. Uncle Bob's reading every single one. Stay free, stay wealthy. See you next time.